I get a lot of questions on people asking if it's too late to be in the creator economy, to be influencers, podcasters, and to do anything of the nature. And my question to them is it something that you really want to do? If it is something that you really want to do, I think you should just do it and the rest of the work will flow to you. I was actually at my husband's great grandmother's 110th birthday, and all the family went to her home church in Olive Ranch, Mississippi. And the church is a tiny church. And honestly, without all the family there probably would have been 10 members in the audience who also served as the choir members and the ushers at the church. And so when I thought about it, I'm like, how is this church staying open with so few people at this church? But it's been his family's stomping grounds and their church for years. But when I thought about it, I'm like, we live in the South. There's a church on every corner, and somehow all these churches are staying open. And I'm using that example as well because I was in the gym this morning and I was sitting next to a pastor, and he starts telling me about his church. And he's like, yeah, we don't have very many members, but I show up every Sunday, and I've been showing up every Sunday for 26 years to preach to people. And so I said, you know what? That's really cool. And I thought back to just a few days ago, sitting on the pews in Olive Branch at my husband's great grandmother's church, and I'm thinking the same thing. So if I had to tell anybody who's trying to figure out if there is room, if there's a place for them, there absolutely is a place for you. And I think of that even with social media. This preacher is getting up and preaching to his audience of I don't know how many people. He said it was a very small church, so the assumption is, I'm going to say probably 50 people, if that, but he's still getting up and doing it because he has a passion and a will to get up and do something that he wants to do. So if you want to be a food blogger, or you want to be a sports analyst, or any of these things, you don't have to have the title, or you don't have to have the people to make it happen. You are the resource to make it happen. But you have to know that, and you have to operate out of a place of abundance to bring that into fruition. And you can't rely on the outside voices to give you an amen, because you might not get the amen.